6,000 feet deep, 277 miles long, carved by a single river. This is the Grand Canyon. One of the 7 natural wonders of the world and a place I've always dreamed of camping.
One of the most epic places.
But long before it drew tourists, it was sacred ground, woven into the origin stories of Native American tribes. To the Havasupai, this canyon wasn't just carved by water, it was shaped by a cosmic war, and that's the story I set out to learn more about.
We are here at the Grand Canyon. Absolutely stunning. Can't wait to share this one with you. But before I jump into that, I want to tell you a little bit about the sponsor who funded this project, and that is Overland of America. Now, this is more than just an expo. This is really an experience. I went for their first event this last year, and it was unlike any other expo that I'd ever been to. Now, I'm gonna be releasing a short film this year again at that event that will not be released anywhere else. They are investing in the community. So if you enjoy this content, get a ticket, come say hey, hang out with me and all the other great creators that are there and see all the amazing vendors. You're gonna have a blast. And now, let's jump into the video. All right, we're kicking off the trip by running up here to Jacob Biddle's shop. My friends at Openroad sent out a 270 awning, and since we're going essentially to a desert, I wanted to have the shade, and so they were kind to send that out and the shower tent. We're gonna fab up some brackets, throw this thing on in 3, 2, 1, go. Shower, bathroom, tent.
With the new gear mounted and the truck loaded, my cousin Michael and I headed west.
So you know that you've officially arrived whenever you go on an overland trip and you have a driver.
Stopped at a little Route 66 gas station, left at 5 a.m. I honestly don't even know where we are right now. So all along the road coming up to the Grand Canyon, you see these little makeshift, they're kind of like places that the locals can sell, you know, blankets and produce. Some of them are run down, some of them are no longer in use, but they're super cool. And a lot of the natives, the indigenous people that, you know, lived here long before any of us were here, they're set up all along here selling cool stuff. Right behind me, you see the end of the Echo Cliffs. We're gonna pass the Navajo Bridge, enter the park, and then we're gonna hit BLM land, make our way south along the North Rim and find an epic camp spot. I can't put into words what I'm feeling right now. The best I can do is to tell you that I am beyond stoked. Beyond stoked. It's a horrible way to describe it, but that's the best I can do. So let's cross the bridge and go see what we can find.
We finished the last stretch of pavement and hit the dirt. As we turned onto this trail, we noticed a group of guys airing down. They frantically packed up their rigs and tried to get out in front of us. You see, my buddy Sean from the Storytell Now, he made this trail famous. He and Brad from Trail Recon published a route that overlapped some with what we were running today. And these guys clearly were concerned that we were going to take their spot, so we pulled over and let them pass. They ended up camping exactly where I suspected, the campsite Sean and Brad had marked. It's funny to me, but it's also a little obnoxious. Now, I've got no problem with sharing or publishing routes. I do that. It's folks that act like there is only one good spot to visit and they're gonna fight for it. Take a deep breath. There's plenty of the Grand Canyon to go around. The spot I had mapped out was further southwest. I'd never been there and hadn't seen any videos from the area, but if the OnX 3D view was any indication, we were in for something special. This is the ancestral land of the Havasupai people, who once lived across more than 1.5 million acres in this region. But in 1882, the U.S. federal government forcibly reduced their homeland to just 518 acres. A devastating silver rush and the construction of railways tore through the landscape, destroying fertile ground and displacing the tribe. The arrival of settlers brought more than disruption. It brought disease. Smallpox, influenza, and measles swept through the Havasupai, triggering catastrophic outbreaks. By 1906, the tribe's population had been cut in half. An entire generation of children was lost to famine and illness, a tragic consequence of colonization that still echoes today. Too often, the past is overlooked or forgotten. But when we take the time to immerse ourselves in the culture of those who came before us, their stories become easier to carry, harder to ignore. The Havasupai people lived here long before borders or maps, thriving for thousands of years in harmony with this land. So long, in fact, that their creation story is woven into the very fabric of the canyon itself. And that story goes like this. Before the first people walked the earth, there were two great spirits. Techopa, the spirit of goodness, and Hokomata, the spirit of evil. Techopa dreamed of life and love. From his heart, he brought forth a daughter, Pukehe, destined to become the mother of all living things. But Hokomata, filled with envy, sought to destroy that dream. He unleashed a great flood, drowning the world in darkness and water. Techopa acted swiftly. He fell a mighty tree, hollowed its trunk, and placed Pukehe inside, safe, cradled in the arms of hope. As the waters rose, she floated through endless flood, untouched by the chaos below. At last, the waters receded. Mountains pierced the sky, rivers carved through stone. One became a mighty force, the river that would form the Grand Canyon, a sacred wound in the earth. Pukehe's vessel came to rest upon this new land. She stepped into a silent world, vast and empty. Then, the golden sun rose from the east, warming the soil, blessing the air. From its warmth, Pukehe conceived a son. Later, the mist of a waterfall touched her. She gave birth to a daughter. From their union came the first people, the Havasupai, children of water and sunlight, born in the shadow of the canyon walls. And Techopa spoke, "Live in peace. In this canyon of good earth, pure water, it will always provide. It's your home forever."
brain is having like a difficult time computing right now. I think it's because I've seen it in pictures and videos and predominantly through print and screens and not in person. And so seeing it in person, the only reference point I really have for this is my experience in the past. And so it's just like, it almost doesn't seem possible. One of the cool things about the Grand Canyon is the Native Americans, people that still inhabit this land, but were here long before us. A lot of those different tribes, the Hopi, the Havasupai, the Zuni, the multiple ones, have creation stories about this canyon. And when you like stand here and you see this, you can see why this would be such a foundational element to a lot of those civilizations, those cultures, because it's like a spiritual experience standing right here. Yeah, it's something that I don't really have a reference point for this. This is something that's completely new for me.
There's a few places I've visited in my life that have been so majestic, they triggered a physical reaction in my body, causing me to literally tremble. I felt it in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. I felt it in the Cathedral Cavern out in Blanchard Springs. And today, I felt it here. Now look, I'm a writer, and I'm typically pretty good at putting language to my emotions, but I'll tell you, this place left me speechless, deeply inspired, and overwhelmingly grateful.
Well, good morning from the Grand Canyon. This is quite possibly one of the most epic spots that I've ever camped. Every angle, my mind has just been blown. There's perfect weather, cool, windy, completely isolated from any other people besides a friendly little mouse.
There you go, bro.
Oh.
Turn around. It's right there for you.
He's more interested in the chicken salad grease.
Oh, there you go. Dude, that's
Big
a
win.
whole new world.
A whole new... Oh.
He plays his cards right. He's going to experience the Ozarks.
So this spot, why did I pick this spot on the North Rim? Well, you can see the canyons over here on this side, but if you look over here, you can also see the canyon over here. So we are on a little point that comes out. You're surrounded on three sides by the Grand Canyon. And I really liked the geography of that. I thought that would be a really cool spot to camp. How did I get this spot? So the way that I did it was I knew that I wanted to be on the north rim of the Grand Canyon. So I went into OnX and turned on the 3D setting that allows you to really kind of get an idea what the geography is like. And then I just started scrolling along the north rim, looking for spots that a road led into that looked cool. If you're interested in coming here and checking this out and camping, first of all, I would encourage you to get OnX and just map out the spot for yourself. Look around the rim and turn on that 3D layer, see what you can find. But I'd be happy to share this spot with you. I give all my GPS coordinates to channel members. So if you'd like that data, just click that join button in the description down below or scan the QR code here on your screen. And you can join and get access to that.
My wife is a coffee master, always has been. She knows every trick in the book, and nobody makes a flat white like she does. But out here, there's something special about brewing a dusty old bag of great value coffee on a tailgate. It might be my favorite cup of all time. I watched the sunrise over the canyon, sitting in the quiet until I could feel the skin on my nose start to sizzle. It's peaceful here, still and dry. No humidity, which makes it easy to forget just how hot it actually is. We packed up and hit the trail again, heading west along the north rim towards Tater Ridge. The mountains in the distance are laced with trails, some legal, some not, and a lot of this land is protected, so it's important to know where you are and stay on the right side of the law. I come from low wetlands, humid, heavy sea level air. Out here at nearly 8,000 feet and dry enough to crack, it was a different story. I was slow to adjust, but with enough water, views like these, it's worth every second.
Here's the situation. So my truck started throwing ABS brake errors. It's saying the ABS system isn't working, which is, it doesn't make a lot of sense. We ran to AutoZone and had them do a code read, and they weren't picking up any error codes on the truck. I bought a little code reader that specialized in ABS codes. It didn't pick up anything on the truck. So the issue here is in these Tacomas, the third-gen Tacomas and newer, when it throws the ABS error, you can't get it into four-wheel drive, which is a problem when we want to do some more technical trails. With it being Memorial Day, there's a Toyota dealership relatively close, and they could clear these codes or tell us if there's actually an issue going on. But I don't have a way to get into four-wheel drive right now. So our plan is drop down to like 18 PSI, which we've just done, and then we're gonna try and run this trail here. Now, if for whatever reason we can't make it, we'll find a turnaround point and back down the trail. But we're not gonna let this stop us from the trip. It's frustrating because I just had the front rotors and pads, rear rotors, the drums fully rebuilt, and did a transmission flush, front and rear diff, oil change. I really made sure all my maintenance was good on this truck before this trip. But stuff happens. And that's part of overlanding, that's part of off-roading, that's the name of the game. So air down, hit this trail, and hopefully, knock on wood, we're able to make it. It's a long one, it's like 24 miles, so this is gonna be a big chunk of our day, but it's gonna get us to an epic spot. So let's go.
So for those of you that watch my videos and wonder how I do the drone work, you're seeing the secret sauce. Find someone else to drive your truck.
Don't try this at home, kids. I'm a professional.
So we have effectively killed one action cam so far.
I mean, we didn't kill it. We just mortally wounded it.
Yeah.
Drive your car with both feet and both hands. Now, these days, you don't even have to use your eyeballs.
drone flying in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look, we're in a truck, we're overlanding. I can go anywhere.
My second tip for you guys, if you come out here, is to bring a Michael with you. It makes for some interesting soundtrack.
In four-wheel drive, just me and the guys. We're overlanding. Found it. So I've heard you can eat prickly pears. We should pick one and try to eat it.
If you pick a prickly pear with a paw, you should use the claw. But you don't need to use the claw when you pick a pear of a big raw paw.
The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to you. But for the bare necessities, simple bare necessities, forget about your worries and your strife.
Boom, boom.
I mean the bare necessities. That's why a bear can rest at ease with just the bare necessities of life.
Wherever I wander,
Wherever I go,
I couldn't be found. I was at home.
the bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. Now you look under the rocks and plants and take a glance at those fancy ants and maybe try a few. You eat ants? Oh, you better believe it.
You're gonna love it.
The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to me.
I wonder if Disney will demonetize this video. Don't do it, Disney.
As long as you keep it under 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Having a buddy on a long trip like this makes all the difference. It helped keep my mind off the truck's mechanical issues. The Arizona leg of our journey was just 3 days, but we still had another 4 ahead of us heading deeper west. So solving the ABS problem was critical. That's a story for another time. Keep an eye out for my Area 51 episode dropping next month. As we continued the dusty climb, I couldn't stop thinking about the Havasupai people. For nearly a century, they fought to reclaim the land that was taken from them. In 1968, they won a major victory in the Indian Claims Commission case. The court ruled that the U.S. government had illegally taken their land in 1882 and awarded the tribe just over $1 million, 55 cents an acre. It was a legal win, but not a return of their homeland. The momentum from that case carried into the 70s. Backed by the Nixon administration and major national newspapers, the Havasupai pushed for a congressional bill that would actually return their land. After months of delays and near failure, Congress passed the bill just before fall recess. President Ford waited until the last possible moment, but on January 4th, 1975, he signed it into law. The Havasupai regained a trust title to roughly 185,000 acres, with another 95,000 acres designated for traditional use, finally returning a portion of what had been taken from them.
This is one of the reasons why I love overlanding and exploring. We did not know anything about this spot. It wasn't even somewhere we were planning on coming. We were actually heading to a completely different spot, and yet we hit this one and said, absolutely, this is where we're camping.
"98% of the US population is not Native American. We are a country of immigrants. It's a fact we need to be reminded of more. This is not our land." I realize that after all these years, that idea may feel like semantics, but I think it's more. If embraced, the idea can actually become a posture of our hearts and change the way we treat the land, but most importantly, each other.
This being the last night at the Grand Canyon, there's something very important that I need to do. We've got a couple of badges that I have been waiting to earn for a while. If you guys are interested in getting some adventure badges like I just put on my truck, I work with All Roads Taken. Awesome company right here in the US. They make their product in Missouri, and they got a metal face, lifetime warranty, adventure log in the website that you can go and set up and track all this stuff. It's super cool. And they're one of my channel sponsors, and I absolutely love working with these folks. So if you want one, you want to start your collection, I can actually get you one for free. When you buy 5 using this code, you can scan it with your phone, or you can click the link down in the description below. You'll get a 6th one totally for free on me. You're welcome. Start your collection today. It's worth the drive. To talk real briefly about a couple of new things I've got on the truck. The first one is this Openroad 270 awning. Now you guys saw me install this with my buddy Jacob Biddle, but I wanted to talk about now that I've used it on a trip. And you know, it's pretty windy up there in the canyon, and it held up great. I only put down one of the poles just to kind of hold the far end steady, but I mean, worked absolutely great, and the wind didn't do any harm to it, so I'm definitely stoked to have that on the truck. The other item is one that I actually didn't use until today. This lovely shower. This trip for us is gonna last a week, so even though this video is just a 3-day portion of that, it's a whole week. So having the ability to take a shower, if you're anything like me, you know, I've got a guy riding shotgun with me, so he appreciates the fact that we got the shower. It worked great. So the way I've got it set up is I've got my water port weakener on the roof. It's just pressurized from your garden hose, fill it up at home, holds 8 gallons. And you know, this isn't gonna take like a hot bougie shower, but Openroad did send me their water heater. So come winter time, when, you know, the temps drop a little bit, I may utilize that. I've worked with Openroad for a while now. They used to sponsor my channel, and I ran the tent even after the sponsorship term ended. And I've been given other tents from other companies, and I still run this one because when I've tested the other ones that I've been sent so far, this one's still my favorite. So I was stoked when they said they were gonna send me the 270, and this. Also have their mattress, which I'm gonna put in the Conqueror, their self-inflating deal. So cool company, not pretentious. Their stuff is priced very reasonably, and I've enjoyed working with them. So if you're interested in any of these products, I'll put links down below. I'm not an affiliate, I don't make any money off of this, but Openroad, if you wanna sponsor me again, I won't say no.
As I prepped dinner for our last night at the canyon, I couldn't help but think about everything this land has been through and everyone who's fought for it. The landscape holds more than just beauty, it holds history. And stories like the Havasupais remind me that the ground beneath our tires isn't just wilderness, it's legacy. The return of Havasupai land is a reminder that justice, though slow, can still be done. It's easy to get lost in the views, but every place has a story. If you listen, you just might hear it.
And that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. We had an absolute blast making this. If you are interested in becoming a channel member, supporting the content that we're making, and get access to all of the GPS coordinates, we put all of the waypoints and routes that we ran on this trip. We're giving that to our members. If you want access to that, want to come run a similar route and stay at these spots, you can do that by clicking the join button here on YouTube. There's also a link in the description, or you can scan this QR code right over here on your screen. And for all of the members that support this content, help make it possible, I'll throw your name up over here. Thank you guys so much. It really, it's an honor to me. Every time I see someone else join as a member, I feel very humbled and surprised. When I started memberships, I never thought that people were gonna jump on board with that. And the fact that so many of you have means a tremendous amount to me. So thank you guys so much. And of course, to all of our channel sponsors that help on the regular of creating content on the channel, you guys know who you are. Each and every one of these companies is someone that I firmly believe in and am honored to work with and run their products and rep their brands, and just think the world of them. Links to all their stuff in the description down below. If you want to watch another video on my channel, you can check out this one right here or this one down here. But more importantly than all that, from the Grand Canyon. Remember, the more you camp, the less deer the aliens have done.